Abhishek? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Very good evening, everyone. On behalf of Manimala Engineering College, management, principal, and all HODs and staff members, and the Institute Innovation Council of Manimala Engineering College, I welcome everyone for this session on motivational session by our successful innovator, Mr. Abishek Babu, founder of Velocity Global Solution India Private Limited. We welcome you, sir, for our session. Please give your motivational speech to become a successful innovator in the field of entrepreneurship to our students. He is also our proud alumni and he is pride of our Department of Computer Science and Engineering as well. So, session is yours, Mr. Abhishek. Please
Thank
carry
you,
on.
thank you, thank you, Mr. Satish Kumar. Thank you so much for the warm introduction. First of all, I really appreciate the patience of Mr. Satish because I couldn't able to connect with you guys as per planned on Monday because I had a lot of meetings and I was not in town. So first of all, sorry for that. And hey, so let's get this started. I think we have around 36 people here. So I'll make sure that mostly 90% of the session is won't be boring because anytime when some people is 4 to 5 years more than your age comes and talks, it's always boring. I've been there, okay? So I know how you guys are and I've been in your shoes. I've come past it. So I basically it doesn't matter how what the age of the person is, but we need some interest on that, right? I don't know what interested you guys to attend this session and have some conversation or ideas with me or thoughts. But I'll make sure that this session is very useful, and at the same time, this could be something where could push you a bit more of your journey of what is actually going on right now. Concept called distortion effect, which means for I think most of you know Tamil, or I'll say in English itself. So when the pilot drives rides a plane, the flight, then he makes a little bit of degree of change in the steering or whatever they drive in the cockpit. The flight actually it lands in a very different place. For example, let's say the flight is headed towards Chennai, but a little bit of change in just the degree of the angle, it lands in Delhi. Okay, because that is the level of attitude they are in. Similarly, in all of our lives, when we are at very young age, we are in a very high attitude, which means we are just starting to learn. Very little bit of information, very little bit of exposure also helps us a lot to understand the world, which makes you to grow better. Okay, grow better every day. So that's my core concept of motivation for me when I was a student, because I understood that when you differentiate a very 1% every day, you are 1% better than which you were yesterday. The only place where you can go is up. Okay, you keep on growing. That's how I understood. So I'm gonna jump right into the session right now. It's going to be, I think mostly it will be only around 40 to 50 minute session. We'll also have some conversation with each other so that it's won't be a boring one. So let's get started. Yes, let's understand. All these, most of the times, it's only people who do entrepreneurship comes and gives the talks, not scientists. Sometimes they do, not musicians or not any other passion or any other people. Because entrepreneurship is a way through which you can network a lot of people, and it's a method through which you can understand yourself. First of all, that's the main thing. Why Steve Jobs is very famous? It's because at very early stage he found what he really loved. So if you don't know, if you still search on finding things and all, you will definitely find out. But when you find out, make sure that your passion is superimposed on that particular one single thing. Okay, so what I'm here to say is a guide to entrepreneurship, which is not just to enthusiast or improve your passion on things or make money out of it, but at the same time make sure that you have a peace of mind. You have something which you are working on, something which you really love it. So I don't know anything else, guys. I know this is what I can talk about because that's what I'm good at. So let's get started. This is the story of a transformation and transformations to come. This is me when I was exactly 5 years back. like I was finishing my schooling. I did my schooling in Trivallur called Sriniketan Meditation Higher Secondary School. It's very close to Panimala. That's why my parents got me into Panimala. And I want to start it this way because I want you guys to understand that I'm not someone like jumped from here or from the top. I'm also just the same guy like you, but I feel that I did a lot of things recently that it put me in a position which can help you to get motivated. So I went from this to this. Okay, this is my dream car actually. When I was like, I think all of you have a dream car or dream home and all. When I was like a sixth or seventh standard, I really wanted to buy a Mustang, and then I wanted to drive a Range Rover someday in my life, someday. So I achieved it recently. But how did I get there? How did I come from this to this? Right, in 5 years, let's say more or less in 5 years, so for 5 or 6 years, so 5. One single word is entrepreneurship. I think 99% of the people got entrepreneurship word wrong. They don't understand it properly. You know why? Because everyone thinks entrepreneurship means doing business. It's not the actual word at all. Entrepreneurship is, listen to me very carefully, entrepreneurship is leveraging what you love in this world such that it can make you money, at the same time able to sustain it. So making money, people think that making money is like a greedy one, but only if you make money you can sustain, you can do more. Let's say I'm doing it for a cause. Let's say I'm giving 1,000 water bottles free for anyone who needs water. What will happen if I went out of water, right? Like, so let's take this water bottle. I want to give this to 1,000 people for free for water. What happens after all my inventory is over? I'm left of bottles, right? I can't do the service anymore. Entrepreneurship is coming up with the idea which will make you sustainably do the course. That's what exactly entrepreneurship is. On the meantime, you get rewards as money and a good profession. At the same time, your career will be sorted. You'll have a group of team who's always with you, who actually supports you in a lot, and you will actually enjoy the process. For example, let's take the same water bottle. I'm removing this package, Aquafina. I'm removing this. I'm putting a company's ad here. Okay, I'm putting a company's ad here. Now, this is a business model. What you can do is, you can get payment from the guys. Let's say you drive vehicles, right? So in the top banners you can see movie posters or real estate posters and all. All those things are paid by some guy who wants the marketing to be done, where people see it and call them. You can do this. Just imagine, this is entrepreneurship. I'm just giving you an example. Let's say you're a real estate person or you want to promote a movie. You're giving me, I'm the water bottle maker, 1 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees to put his poster in this water bottle and give it to the entire community. Now you get paid not from the consumer but from someone else to keep this work sustained. Now what happens is, the water bottle is delivered to the person who is needed. At the same time, you have a business model. You also get a profit out of it. You can able to do it in a hyper scale. That is, you can't just live your entire life off by doing this like within one person, like just 200 people. You're not a restaurant. If you take a restaurant as an example, it's a square foot ratio. Like they can only like 10 20 occupancies per hour or like per session, which is like a limited scale. There is no, it's not scalable. Any people who you see are billionaires today, or who can impact the entire world, they always found a method to scale. In order to scale, you need two things. One is good people who knows tech, or like who you know the technology is very important, which helps you to scale super fast. Second one is a proper sustainable business plan where you make money, you put back into the business such that you can scale the business. So that's where the prime example of entrepreneurship is. It's not just baking, it's not just doing business. I can buy this water bottle for 10 rupees. I can go, someone will say, I can go to desert and I can sell it to 100 rupees. Yeah, that's true, but that's not entrepreneurship. It's just basic business. There's a lot of difference between being an entrepreneur and being a traditional business person. Okay, so I hope now you understood the point of entrepreneurship. Now, what happens is, before getting into my history, I'm going to tell you a little bit of an idea here. There's a difference between being an entrepreneur, being a businessman. If you are a businessman, you're growth will be like linear, very linear, sometimes down, sometimes up. But it grows as you age well. Like let's say you're 40, 50 years, then you become really, really good, really successful. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, you do a lot of creative process in there, which helps you to easily, get rewards, gain rewards, improve your team, increase your team size, increase your entire headcount, and expand your business. So entrepreneurship is always mixed with creativity, whereas business, it's just traditional base. I buy this product for 10 rupees, I sell it for 12 rupees, 2 rupees is my margin, 1 rupee goes for setting up the inventory or people, 1 rupee is my profit. That's the basic business mindset. So before going into that basic business, can I do entrepreneurship? That's what we're going to see. Okay. So before that, the whole session is about myself, but I don't want it really 1 hour to be talk about myself. So I'll just give you a little brief idea about myself. Initially, we started a company called Cognitive Reading. It's an edtech platform where I found, me and my friend, who's my classmate, we found that there's a lot of issues in the education sector.
Sai,
Yep.
Abhishek, please hold on, Abhishek. Sai,
Sai Prakash, we can see you.
yes.
Hi, sir.
So I was saying, it's fine, Sai, no issues. So I was saying, guys, is my voice clear? Am I audible? Can you
Yes, Abhishek.
open the chat?
No issues, no issues.
Okay, great. Keep hold on. I'll make sure the session is more interesting for you all. Before that, so we started with this product called Education Technology, where we understood that it's a huge market. Just imagine every year how many students are graduating. Every year how many students are joining a college. The market is very, very huge. We thought, okay, if we can able to solve a problem in this sector, we can actually build a huge company. We can impact a lot of people. That's where we thought. This was in my second year of my college. I was like studying Panimalar. When I was in second year, we understood that I was a computer science student. So obviously, we had a projector. Okay, this projector was in our class, which is shared by 4 other classes. So what we thought is, why not all the classes can be taught with projector? Then we understood that projector cost is more like around 1 lakh for projector and the CPU as well. So that costed a lot. So we thought, why not build a projector for ourselves for our class? That was the idea. That was a product called Handcake, which we launched in 2017. It was a super flop, utter failure. It didn't go well because we were very, very amateur. We couldn't able to build, we couldn't able to scale, we couldn't able to sell, but we had really, really good experience. We built this product, we built it with hand, we tried to sell it to our own college as well. It didn't go well though, but we got recognized by this is back in 2017 when we had this low cost smart projector. As you can see, it's called Handcake now. We won a 5 lakh check to build this to scale it up from government of Tamil Nadu, which didn't go well as planned, because what happened is we were too focused on technology. We forget about the hardware part, which is the reason all the projectors are super costly. And there's a patent as well, which only Japan owns in the entire world of Hitachi. Only they own the patent for this particular projector. So we couldn't able to go ahead. So what we thought is, okay, we want to teach students. We want to make all of our friends grow along to what do it in one. This is like a bit. I'm not sure if some of you guys know about it. It's an enabled solution where a 6-month learning platform is to learn through roadmap. This is our first initial study monk team from our college here. So this is back in 2018, early 2018, where we had this entire team from different classes in our. I think these people are your senior. You might have seen some of them. They were really helpful, supporting and all. So we started this platform, and then I need money to, this is not like a completely day one you get money, you get paid. No, because it's a. So see, this is a B2B product. This is a B2C product. So it was very hard for us to maintain team. We had around 11 people in our team that time, and we had to build the product. It's a huge platform. Even now we can go to YouTube and search for Study Monk launch event. So there you can see the event we launched recently, and then it didn't work out as well. We failed. We couldn't able to hit the market properly. This time COVID came, we had to find different ways to stay alive, because I had a good team. Okay, I had a team of like around 7 people who are very close to me. They're like my brothers and sisters. At the same time, they helped me a lot. We all wanted on a same mission. Very important, guys. Having a team is a super important part in entrepreneurship. That if I give this job to this guy, he will finish it. I'm very confident about it. So that level of confidence you need to have. Never and one advice is never start a company with friends. It doesn't go good. It doesn't go well. It won't go well, because at some point, I don't know why, it's always in the history, as far as I know, it always goes sideways. But you learn a lot. You learn a lot personally and professionally as well. So that is there. And then what happened is we started something called Startup Cult. We started seeing the slowness in study mode. It didn't go well as expected. So we had to switch to different things. That's why we launched a platform called Mojo Meets. It's just like Google Meets, just like how we are having this meeting in the Google Meet, but for education system. In 2020, we had COVID. So we wanted to put all the like Google Meet, and then the Zoom, and then the classroom session, Google Classroom, everything into a single platform. And then we tried to launch this particular thing called Mojo Meets. That failed as well. And we launched something called Prep, which is a exam preparation portal, which also failed. And we had something called Orators Forum from StudyMonk, which also failed, didn't work. So all these are failures. But not even a single point that I thought, okay, entrepreneurship is not for me. Maybe you should give up. You know why? Because I had a proper team. I was really, really confident on them. Like we do some magic will like does like this. Does like different products, and you're seeing half of the logos. When you are really, really, really passionate about entrepreneurship, really want to start a company, you will have a huge, before you getting to a success, I would assure you would have at least like 20 to 30 logos with you. All these 20 to 30 logos are like different experimentation, different teams, different people, different lifestyle, different scenarios where you talk with clients and all. So there should be something like this before you get to actual success. Don't, if I expect 2018 success in 2018, I don't know that succeeded till now. Till now, I would be like, okay, sometime something went wrong. But I know that things will fail. I still know that 2023 things will fail. So it's always, but your stage won't be the same every year. You will keep on like rising like this. So then we started something called Creators Lab, which is also live right now. You can Google Creators Lab, creatorslab.dev. So this is a platform where we help students on different different subjects and different ideas. I still have the touch for the tech platform, so I'm handling it with a different team. I don't want to leave that. So, but our main focus right now is Velozity Global Solutions, the global B2B organization, software company. They are registered in US and Dubai and India. Our offices in Bangalore and Chennai. So the main idea here is we do B2B software servicing, where we develop softwares for clients. It's a basically a mobile application, web application. I'm not sure how many of you from computer science background. So how many of you guys, which department are you from? Can you put it on the chat? You can't access chat? Okay. Yeah. Oh, nice. So it's a mixed one, I think, mixture of all the departments. So it's not just CSE guy can do all these. Even mechanical, I know a lot of people from mechanical and civil who did a lot of innovations in their industry. Just because I got feelings or attached to the computers, I have this things relating to computers. Okay, so cool. So this is where I am right now, 2022, having a full focus on Velocity and Creators Lab. Obviously, only these two companies are active. But oh my God, this 5 years process, I learned a lot of things. From registering a company to filing the taxes, to having accountants, to payroll, and then hiring HR, company culture, and then there's a lot of things which you have to understand. But if before even starting something, if you see all of these things, it's going to be very overwhelming to you. We never registered a company till 2020. We registered only when we made 2020. Then only we know that, okay, we have to register a company. We have to have a trademark. We have to have a, actual filing, company GST, things and all. So the idea is you never have to know all the things. You never have to have everything sorted such that you can then start it. the main idea is starting it right off the bat. When we started, a good backstory here is, when we started Handcake, we needed 5,000 rupees to buy Raspberry Pi board. I'm not sure if everyone knows it. Raspberry Pi, it costs only 3,000 rupees, and then it comes with a kit. Okay, Raspberry Pi kit, 5,000 rupees. I was in like second semester. I didn't want to ask my parents because I'm super, like you can say, lower middle class. So I don't want to disturb my mom and my dad and or ask them for this. 5,000 is a very huge amount. So what I did was, I had a camera. Okay, I had something for the photography. So I just want to make 5,000. How can I do it? So when you have that as a goal, you will come up with action plans, steps, how to achieve it. What are the steps I can achieve this? For example, we included this exact same concept in Study Monk, where I want to pay my college fees by myself. When I'm in third year, I will pay. That is for the students in the platform, not for me. Students, we made those students' goal to go for internships, earn money, pay their own college fees. That was the plan. So what happened here is, we leverage the photography method, the photography idea with the camera, and then I went to all the schools to take workshops. So we started from our school, and then we started taking workshops, and then we collected the money. That's where we started this Handcake. If I left it out, or if I had gave up because I didn't have money, or my parents can't afford it, these all could never have happened, right? So even today, it doesn't matter if you are in first year, second year, mechanical, civil, CSE, IT. If you have, yeah, if you really want to be an entrepreneur, see, there should be something in you, some fire. It should always be burning in you, which says that, okay, yeah, I really want to do this. Only then you can do. Else, you have to wait for the point. It's not like you will never get it. You will have that point at some point, but you have to wait for it. Okay, so this happened. That's how we started there, and. Yeah, we'll try to jump into the session. I'm not going to take a lot of time. Today, I'm just going to give a little thought about myself. The Friday session is going to be very interesting, though, because that's what I have planned, the whole thing about the entire idea of giving entire knowledge which I have gained so far in a bits and pieces of information, so that you can use the information to build your product and expand your product in the market, or like impact a lot of lives. So that's where you have to start impacting lives. If you have to change your lives, or your people who you are selling to, their lives a little bit, that changes the entire trajectory. Just like the flight example I told you in the initial part of the meeting. First thing, to all of you here, I don't care if you're first year, second year, third year, first and foremost thing is to get an internship, because you can never learn by yourself, guys. And when people elder than you tells you a few things, you always take it as an advice. It's a basic human psychology. We have this little ego. Everyone has it. How you overcome that is to learn things in a realistic way, is to get an internship. First of all, you have to get an internship. It's how, sir? Okay, everyone is saying me to get an internship. How will I even get an internship? Where should I start? All these we'll be discussing on Friday. But the main idea is to get an internship. Even if you have zero skills, I assure you, there's a lot of ways you can get an internship. You just have to be a little bit creative, little bit make sure that you know what you're doing. If you do that properly, you'll get an internship. Second thing is, you have to learn any one of the three skills. Okay, the first one is to code, design, marketing, and sales. So first thing is, if you're a CSE student, I think most of you will go for this, because if you're a CSE, if you're in different departments, it's not a problem. But there is all these three. Don't think this is like a priority basis. This is the first one, this is the second one, third one. Each and every one of these has equal opportunities. That is equally important, equally like has equal power. It's not like I know code, design, you're like second to me. No, not like that. If you know design, you have huge market. If you know marketing, sales, you have much higher, bigger market. I know a guy who is like similar age to me. He sold around $300,000 product to a company. It's not even his product. He just connected a guy. You need something. I know a guy who has something. I just connected you to him. He got a 10% referral fee for that, like around $30,000, which is around 20-25 lakhs, just for connecting these people. So there's a lot of things like that. These three, I don't want you guys to get a mindset like code is very hard, I don't know how to code, or like people who think I don't know anything, I don't have any skills. What are the skills you had so far, or even if you don't know anything, don't have anything, try to learn any one of this next 1 or 2 years. This will definitely help you a lot. Even see, if you find mathematics difficult, or if you find learning difficult, you can go for marketing and sales, because that's more of a creative. And but make sure that you are not an introverted person. You have to be ambivert if you are going for marketing and sales. So these are top three skills you have to learn. You don't need to know all the three skills, just learn any one of them. Okay. And then freelancing. So I'll show a live example here. So if you see this platform, okay, so the loading actually. All right, look, here it is. Yeah, if you see this, we want to detect, let's say, okay, let's go for this. I have posted a requirement where I need this, and all. All these guys from different countries, only these guys from India. All these people are from different countries who's like replying me back that I can do this job, I can do this job, I can do this job. Which means that they have a capability, which also means very less number of Indians are using this platform. Okay, so see, can you see the price of this, the quotations they have put? $6,000, $5,000, $4,000, $9,000. All these in dollars or for a 1 week of work. This is NC $11,000, $35,000. There are companies, I can't pay them that much. I can pay them like 5,000 or 6,000, but there are companies which can pay $30,000, $40,000 for just the amount of work for 1 week. $40,000 is around like 40, 35 lakhs something. So the idea here is to go with the technology, use the technology at the maximum, use your skill set, go for an internship, learn things, grow your skill set, do freelancing. Once you get freelancing, because freelancing is like you're running a small shop by yourself. You are the owner, you need to go for the client, you need to sell them, you are the salesman, you need to handle the budgets, you are the accountant, you need to also handle the milestones, you are the project manager as well. So all the things you do by yourself. So freelancing is a skill which is very you guys, that particular 2022 to 2025 is going to boom a lot. In India, very less people know about freelancing. Like a lot of people know, but there's a, like I would say at least 70% still doesn't know about freelancing and how effective it can be for you to do side projects and earn money and use that money for something better. Okay, and then second one, meet one influential person a week. This is also a way to entrepreneurship, because a lot of people doesn't read books. They hate reading books. I love reading books, but before reading books, I understood that you can learn a lot from a single person just by talking to them for an hour, asking them questions. You can learn a hell lot of things than you can learn in a book. Okay, a book will take you like 1-2 weeks to complete it, but this person, just by 1 hour of time, spending 1 hour of time with them, if they are influential as in they don't have to be Jeff Bezos or someone who's super rich or super big. It's just good people who run something like just startup, or they just started, or they just like kind of an like local entrepreneurs, or people who you know, even they can be normal business owners. You just, the core idea is to talk with them, see how they converse with you, and what are the points they tell you that to go to their position. Okay, and then start something that can make money. That's very important. See, a lot of people say that money is not important, doesn't make you happy, so blah blah. But it's not really true, guys. First, have a goal, because this money is the only thing which is an asset which can make you sustained in this particular world. So I'm not gonna say like don't chase money, things and all. It's not super important, but it's like equally important to what you're really willing to do at this particular time. So only with this thing, have a goal like within this, like let's say 3 to 6 months, this span of time, I need to save this much. All these skills add up so big that it gives you an entrepreneurial mindset. then you come to understand, okay, this is how money works, this is how world works. It's all transactions. A lot of people who have a lot of money, they all see, they buy time for money. If they are developing a product or if they are paying for something, you can see that they are paying for the time, not for the money. Because if they have a lot of time, they can make more money. That's like a vicious cycle they are into. And yeah, should you start it like this is the startup thing and all entrepreneurship? It sounds very difficult. It sounds a lot of things overwhelming to me. I would say you have to. And if you ask me, you can be the top 1%. Let's say your goal is not to start a startup. You want to join Google, or you want to join Amazon, or you want to do IAS or public service exams, or it could be anything. Okay. But if you start trying to start something like a organization or like a little bit of a startup, you get a mindset of the entire team, all the organization, all the structures in a particular company. This is not with all the people. If you go to any class, ask them the question after you understood what is how to run a company or how to run a small agency, then you know you're already in the top 1%. With this knowledge, you can get into anything. Even today, if needed, people like me or people who have started something or have any limited success, they can easily join Google, Amazon, Flipkart. I can even sell my company to Google. So I can just have to do a SaaS product which is targeted on Google's demand. So if I do that, if we do it aggressively with a proper SaaS sales team, it's very easy. We just have to do $100,000 or $200,000 in ARR. So that puts a like a small startup with proper valuation, which gives a like a lot of Google, these companies acquire small startups. They don't just hire people. So I was saying, yeah, this entrepreneurship activity, even if you fail it, even if you don't know, if you have failed it terribly, you lost all your money, lost all your time, the best thing you're going to lose is time only. You're not going to lose that much money though. So the maximum you can do is loss all the time, but you're going to gain a lot of knowledge through it, which puts you in the top 1% of the entire people in your area. Like let's say even in Tamil Nadu, even in India, that puts in your top 1% of the people. And yep, capitalism rewards rare and valuable. This is a sentence which you should never forget, because capitalism, as in your ability to leverage, your leverage to do more things with capital, which is freedom to do things which you want to do, rewards rare and valuable, which means if you're rare, if you're valuable, people will always come back at you to ask anything which will make you standard, which will make you a sustainable living. So this is one thing, and also you have to make sure your product which you're developing has to be in a desired market, not in solutions market. Guys, understand this very carefully. Desired market, solutions market, which means see, this is a headset, right? This is a headphone, and I want to converse with you people with proper quality of sound, so that I can use this. This is a solution for me. But if I'm buying the same headphone for like 1 lakh rupees, it's not solution. I'm not buying solution. I'm buying it's a desire. They are selling me desires. Why is Apple AirPod Max is like 70,000-80,000 rupees? Rather, I can buy 2,000 rupees headphone. That thing is a solution. You have to be in desires market, because it doesn't mean that you have to keep the prices higher. It means that you have to connect your product with psychology, human psychology, how human mind thinks. If I'm showing this product to a customer, how does he think? What's his psychology? What's his background? What does it go in his mind? Where does his neurons connect? So that's how you have to think. So to start with, these are the concepts of entrepreneurship which you have to learn. But I'll come back to the same point, because first thing, get an internship at any company. It could be service-based, product-based, college, universities, research intern, anything. First thing, get an internship. Second thing, these are the 3 things that you have to learn. Any one, not all the 3. Don't have to learn all 3. Any one of these: code, design, or marketing and sales. And then third, this is second one, meeting influential people. Third thing is start something that can make you money. Simple. This is a road to success. Like if you do it, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to say that if you make 1 lakh money you're successful. You make this much money you're successful. No, that's not the point here. The main point is you going through the process, understanding it, learning it, effectively being right in there, making sure that you go through the process. That's why I'm saying going through, like through as in you yourself doing it. That what makes the difference. It doesn't matter how what you make end of the day, or you're making it or not. It doesn't matter at all. Only then you can actually have something like this, where you start somewhere, you end up somewhere. You're obviously going to have something like this, but make sure all these, make sure each and every one of those years are really, really countable, so that you will have a story to say to your team, your all the people you meet, such that you can impact a lot of people. That impacting mindset is where you have to, which will take you places. All right. So we have a lot more to discuss, guys. I think I'm done for the session for today. We can have a 10-minute conversation. I'll have a few people, but we're gonna have a much more understanding as we go through for the next few days. I think by Friday we'll have it, and also there's a exciting game end of the session. Now I'm open for questions. I want you guys to ask. You know, you always need some person to ask things. How is this happening? How does this work? And it could not be technical. It could be, you know, what I'm good at. I've explained you like what I've did and what we're doing here, the company and all. So I'm open for questions. Like you can ask me anything. Bro, you said this. How to do this? How did you come up with this idea? Or like anything. I'm open for any question.
Hi bro, this is Abishek Babu. My name is also Abishek B.
Okay. Hi.
Okay, hi bro. What will be the scope of sound engineering in 2024 and 2020 later wise after that period?
Okay. Cool. See, I'm not expert with sound engineering, so I can't really answer that question. But I'm going to answer a framework for anyone to understand what is the scope of anything. Okay. So take anything as an example, sound engineering as an example. How to understand if this will have market in future or not? We have to calculate in years. Now it's 2023. What's your age? Put your age this year. Let's say in 2 years your age will be this, and these are the things which will be there. What you have to do is you have to make sure, is the market expanding? Whatever the product or sound engineering industry or anything, make sure that people are conversing into it. For example, if you take sound engineering as an example, and if you see, you have to search for all the products that exist in sound engineering. What are all the products that are in sound engineering? So under sound engineering, if you first thing, if I'm in your position, what I will do is, rather than Googling, first go to LinkedIn, search for any sound engineer. Okay. Search for any person who can easily you can connect with. Even a basic one. He doesn't have to be like so much super expert in the field. You can't connect with them. Connect with any basic person who's learning, who is in the same age. Ask him what are the tools he are using. Understand the concept. We can understand the concept, very basic concept within a day. After that, go to Google, check for all the products that belong to that particular category. After that, look at the market of people who can buy it, or the industries which can be connected with it. Now, then you can see if this product or if this thing will exist for a long term, 10 years from down the line, 20 years down the line. For that, how if you're thinking in a lot of years, decades, 20 years, 30 years is a very long time. That time, like, you know, tomorrow in 5 years down the line, any invention can come, it can disrupt your entire market. You can't keep working. For example, AI is here right now. So if people are good with AI, like I can have an AI solution. If you can do repeated number of job, let's say I have the screen here, you have all the names here. Someone has to sit and write all the names in a sheet. I can do it with a script, which finishes the job in like 10 seconds. Now this replaces this particular person. So when you're searching for your industry, you want to make sure if this is replaceable easily. Is there a creativity, a lot more dependence on the human nature? Is the human person is a lot of dependencies there. So this is the framework to understand anything, guys. Okay, I hope that's understandable. Anything else, team? Anything else, guys? If you have any other doubts, best freelancing websites platform for beginners. Awesome. So I'm gonna type few things. I know Fiverr, freelancing, people per hour. Just try these. Also, another freelancing technique which I learned is in job portals, if you go to job portals, a lot of startups would have posted like, I need web developer, I need a backend engineer, I need a data entry people. They are a startup person. You have to speak to them such that you are in the same level. They are just starting up. He's new in his field. You are new in your field. Okay. How you have to talk to him is, see, you have posted a job for 20,000 rupees internship on website. I can finish the site for you for 40,000 rupees, which in 2 weeks of time, and also which doesn't take a lot of your time, my time. We can able to finish it in a very super proper way. Now he is also your client. Okay, this is another way where you can get a lot of clients for freelancing. That is one thing, guys. Any other questions, people?
Bro, it's Vishnu from mechanical department.
Yes, go ahead.
Before 3 months, I started a student community. It's Tuba camp. I can't manage with both the community and studies and placements. So how did you overcome your studies and startups?
Okay, it's called, basically this is the actual statement of hacking. Okay, hacking is not like hacking social media, hacking Facebook, Instagram. Hacking any process, method, creative. It's with creativity or coming up with a shortcut for anything is called hacking. So here you have to do some hacking, Vishnu. What you have to do is you have to make sure that, see, you know yourself better than anyone else in the group, in the call, right? What you have to do is you have to understand, if I study for this much hours, I can able to finish this. What I'll tell you what I did. I know that if I put this much hours of time here, like let's say 1 week of time for this particular lesson, I can able to finish this. It can't be like 1 week fully I'm going to read, 1 week fully I'm going to start working on my community. It can't be that way. You have to split your work. You have to do a little bit of multitasking, but when you're doing multitasking, make sure that you're only doing that task fully. Okay. Now you have to effectively use Google Calendar or Google Calendar. Yes, you can use Google Calendar to sort your timings such that you can able to keep a slot of each and every time such that you can only focus on that thing. We will give you reminders to only focus on that. Now, handling community, this is a really good, good thing, because you are not bored with only one thing. You have two things. Your brain, basically any human brain, works more emotionally than rationally. So every one of us in the group will think more emotionally than rationally, which means if I say don't ice cream is not good for health, don't eat ice cream, you are having cold, let's say, but if I show you an ice cream which really looks tasty, you will eat it because you are thinking in emotional terms. Similarly, use it for your advantage. Vishnu, what you have to do is split it out, understand what you can do, how much you can study, split it out equally, such that you can be able to focus on both of these things, such that both should not break, both should not fail. You don't have to get 10 GPA, right? Like you can get 9, you can get 8.5, you can get 8. So you know how much you can get. At the same time, community, you can't reach 100,000 people within a span of a week or with a span of 4 weeks. We call it OKR, objective key results. So Google's OKR, you can Google it. It's a process which helps you to principiate the methods such that you can get an optimum output from that. Okay. So these are the points which I can give you, Vishnu, at the moment. But it's going to be always confusing. But go for it. Just I think this is a learning process, so you will get some downtime in there. Okay. Thank you. The best. Anyone else, guys? Okay, so Nanda Kumar. Do you find problems and learn the skills required to solve the problem or focus on interesting skills first? Yep, good. This is like more like skill in the வேலை கொடுப்பாங்க இல்ல வேலை போனா skill or like that sort of question. You have to focus on your skill first. At the same time, make sure, because skill is something. See, there are some classes where you sleep. There are some classes where you like sit in the first bench and listen very interestingly because you love that. That comes naturally for you. It's like an instinct for you. You have to make sure you can't learn a skill because market has demand for the skill. You can't learn it because it won't put you on a right path. You have to make sure market. It's like a balance, like a Venn diagram. If you have Venn diagram, both market and the skill set have to be overlap together. So I would say start with the skill. Make sure the skill is trending. Make sure the skill is popular. Make sure the skill has a lot of, let's say, a lot of market demand. where people in this particular skills are in required. If you Google, let's say you web developer job, search for it. So if there is a lot of things, go out for the skill, but you should always start from the skills. Don't start with what is required in the market. It will put you in a wrong place. Okay, Nandakumar, I hope that got your questions clear. We'll go for Deepak. What's your opinion on these cringe rules on college? No talk opposite gender, it affects us on today. Yeah, Deepak, it's a really good question. So I'll tell you how I overcome it. I have to, since I'm in college, I have to follow the rules. You're in college, you have to follow, at least till you're passing out. What I did was, I started networking with people. So I'm not sure if your sole intention is to network, but what I started doing was we started networking with communities. There are a lot of communities in China, a lot of communities online. We started to, LinkedIn is a very huge platform which you can leverage to speak with a lot of different people. So if college you couldn't do it, why not try the online factors? Online as in, go have a chat in LinkedIn. Let's say there's a woman entrepreneur who's working on your industry. Go talk with them. Just like, ma'am, can I have some ideas from you? Like, how did you overcome this? I'm pakka sure 99% of them will reply you. That's where it gets started. How I overcame with this gender things and all is by talking with a lot of people without seeing any, like differences between gender. So that you have to overcome. We can't change the rules. Like you have to, I won't say like break the rules or come again with these things and all. You have to make sure that you're in a safe position. At the same time, everyone is in the safe way to do something, right? Yeah. How to improve leadership skills? Leadership skill will come only by doing things. You can never be a leader just by reading things. You can never be a leader just by observing things. You have to do. You have to fail. Let's say in front of you there are 3 people. Your company is going down. You want to cry. You can't just show off the emotions to them just like that. You have to think differently. It's called emotional quotient, EQ. You have to make sure you know what you're speaking. That's where all these people, when you react, the reaction or response time or anything, you need to control it. That's where the leadership skill arises, as of my understanding. And leadership skill can only come as you do a lot of things. Okay, I hope that is also understood. True gamers.
Good evening.
Hi, Krishna.
Yeah, balancing financial situation is very tough at early stages. Could you please share how to face financial situation at early stage when you start a company and how you do overcome it?
Okay, that's also a good question because I was really bad with financials. I had to help my parents and all. I had to do internships. At a point, I was working at 5 different companies at the same time when I was in 3rd year. Like morning, I have to take the bus to college, and then in the afternoon, the college ends. I have to go start work for one company. It's a 3-hour slot, and then I work till like 4 o'clock in the morning, sleep for 2 hours. But you don't have to. I later came to know that you never have to stress that much time. First, how to do this in balance, like the financial balance is, do things in a very frugal way. Google for what is the term frugal innovation. So it's a really good, I think it's a Japanese concept, I'm not exactly sure, but it tells you what are the methods, how to think in a process that money is not the constraint. Don't having money is the only way you can innovate things. If you have money, I would say this, if you have money to do things, always it will get you in a very lazy way, lazy place. When you don't have money, you will think and do anything to innovate and go to the end goal. So I was trying to say that we were like doing this. I told you, right? I told you example. I was needed 5,000 rupees to buy the Raspberry Pi kit. How I bought is like I had a camera. Okay, it's a DSLR, very normal camera, and I used to do photography and all during my 12th leave after completing my schooling. That time I understood that there are a lot of schools in my area, and every school there will be some workshop happening. Some workshops like art workshop, book workshop, something like that. Why not me approach them and do it? So if I had 5,000, let's say my parents are rich and they gave me 5,000, I would have like bought it. This Photoshop, this particular story would have never happened. I would have never known that I can teach people. A lot of things would have missed. So it's really a lucky thing that a lot of middle class people trying to get into entrepreneurship even without zero balance. It's really lucky to be there because that's where innovations really happen. So when it comes to balancing, make sure that you do things that don't require too much capital. For example, if you want to develop an application where you want to sell groceries, okay, what you can do is, why not use WhatsApp? WhatsApp is the same thing which your application can do. It's just the fact that WhatsApp has other communications too. What we did was, initially StudyMock was not application at all. I didn't have time to build it myself or hire developers. We were a Telegram group, and then it started into Discord group, and then it started into a website, and then it started into a LinkedIn application, and then it was a complete application altogether. So frugal innovation is the first thing. You can only innovate when you don't have money. That's the second thing. I think that answers your question at some point, Krishna. I hope so.
Abhishek, how you overcome it?
So it's a phase, it's a process. Like you obviously will overcome. The more things you think, like the more ideas you try to implement, if it doesn't take you to the goal, you have to keep doing, you have to keep trying different ideas. And then what happened is, at one point I started applying for internships. I came to understand that, okay, if I do this work, if I learn this skill, and if I do it for him for this much time, I will get paid this much. I started doing a lot. And at one point, what happened was, it was all completely work from home. I think you all know Internshala. It's all you can do work from home jobs with Internshala. What happened was, I applied for all the companies in Internshala. I attended interview for like 17 plus companies at the same time, and then I hired few people to work as me. Like that also happened. I'm not sure if it's wrong or right or wrong. I got their job done. I got the money. These people are happy. I paid them as well. It was a really good thing. So this all came. It's an overcoming process. There's no set answer. Like you come with a solution as you go through the journey. You get the point, Krishna. You have to, but the only point is keep trying it. Keep trying till you get to your goal. Okay.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you.
Any other questions, students? I
So
think Abhishek also will be available for another session on Friday. I hope.
Yep.
So more doubts can be asked at that time.
Yeah. Also, Friday we have a really good game end of the session. I'll tell you now itself so that you guys can brainstorm it. But I really need a good idea. What Friday sessions, end of the session, we have a game. I'm going to teach more about entrepreneurship, more about business tactics and methods, strategies. But end of the call, I'm going to ask you, like, we're going to have very minimal time. I'm going to ask a problem which you can solve if you are given 10,000 rupees, just 10,000 rupees. If I give you 10,000 rupees, like today, what is the problem you can solve, and increase it at the same time. You have a team to make it bigger. Okay, because I really love investing in startups.
Investing in stock market, sir.
No, that's not the way. Stock market, that's a good way to double the money, but there should be a cost along with it. Okay, so you need, see, for example, let's say your startup helps people who technologically, or like, let's just say you have a platform which connects all the people who donates funds for needy people, and you take like 10% or 5% out of it for sustainable thing. Ideas like these, it should have a purpose. Only purposeful ideas can last longer. Why Tata is still the biggest company? Why Apple is still there? Because when they started, when the founders started, they had a purpose. They had a statement. They had a statement which, even after 100 years, we will be serving this purpose. This is the whole purpose of the company. Why Coca-Cola is still a huge conglomerate. They have a lot of companies under their arms. They grew super fast, super high, because they had a purpose. So I need a purposeful idea which you can pitch. You will be given 2 minutes to pitch. I'm not sure how many people are going to participate, but it's going to happen on Friday after the call. Like, let's have another 20-minute session. Let's see how it goes. So we are planning to fund that particular person and make sure that idea goes into some process, or we both have some learning out of it. So yeah, I think, sir, we can wind up the session.
Yes, Abhishek. Cool. Thank you very much, Abhishek. Thank you very much for being at this today, and it is really a very much interactive session. And I hope, and I also Hope it will be useful for the students as well. So you gave us much idea about what is innovation and entrepreneurship. Thank you very much for the session, and we look forward to you to get associated with you in the future as well. And Friday we have another session. So thank you, students. Abhishek, you wanted to tell anything?
No, sir, thank you for inviting me, first of all. I always love to interact with students because all of you have some bright ideas. You just don't know how to implement or how to take it to the market. I really would love to help because when I was at your point, I wished that if someone could help me like this. I had the same feeling like that. So I want to fill that space to you all. Okay,
Yes.
guys, I'm adding. I have to go now. I have a meeting in 10 minutes. I'm adding my email ID in this chat box. So anyone, if you have any questions, please do email. I'll send you my contact number. Okay. Okay, guys, take it then. Thank you for coming for the meeting. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye.
Thank you, students. Thank you for running this session. On behalf of Animal Engineering College, again, I wish everyone all the best. Shortly, I'll be posting a feedback form. You will be getting a feedback form through your WhatsApp group. Please fill the feedback form so that it will be beneficial for us to correct ourselves in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Professor Puganji, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for being in the session, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.